Gosh, I'm going to mention it again. There's so much pain at the end of those. I just have a quick announcement to share with you, and that is that yesterday, myself and Ian released our second covers album. It is called Leah's Best of 2023, and it features 10 songs in total, 7 of our favourite 2023 covers that we uploaded over on my channel, and then 3 unreleased songs. These 3 unreleased songs can only be heard when you purchase the full album, and you can do so over on my Bandcamp page. The link can be found in the description below, so do go and check it out. Thank you so much to everyone who has purchased and downloaded and listened to the album already. I am so excited to be sharing more original music with you very soon. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I am a singer and a voice teacher, and yes, I am returning back to Evanescence, this time with Lithium. I've previously reacted to and broken down My Immortal, and this time we are with Lithium, but as always, this will be a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals. If you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, I have left the link to the original video in the description below. If you are enjoying what I'm doing over here, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you have not yet done so. It helps out the channel so much, and if you are wanting to take it a step further, then do go ahead and click on my Patreon link that can also be found in the description below. Let's get to the main part of the video.
Don't wanna lock me up inside lithium. Don't wanna forget how it feels without lithium. I wanna stay in love with my soul.
Oh, okay, I feel like we're already changing, so I need to stop there to talk about the first 30 seconds. I love how we go straight to the vocals. We hear the vocals and the piano both coming in together. That is the entrance to this song, so it's very bare, minimalistic instrumentally. And then, you know, we just hear these raw vocals. You know, obviously there is post-production happening and mixing happening and everything, but it seems very bare, and it's very straight to the point. Similar to My Immortal, which, you know, is the vocal choice that we are naturally going to here. Very breathy, with this kind of open space and slightly lowered soft palate to create this nasalized feel as well, as we kind of play around with that. But this underlining breath quality is there, especially when we kind of go to these lower notes. We're not connecting fully, so the vocal folds aren't connecting fully when they are vibrating. We're letting a little bit of breath come through. We're going to go straight from the beginning because we go straight in with the title and that open arpeggio on the piano.
Don't wanna lock me up inside lithium. Don't wanna forget how it feels without lithium.
And this third time, she gets a little bit more fuller with her sounding, maybe not the same level of breath coming through the vocal folds at first. So we're playing around with the resistance within our vocal folds, not fully connecting all the way, but playing around a little bit with that. And I really like the light changes that we're seeing visually. There's a bit more of a determination behind the eyes rather than this like floaty voice, which is interesting.
I wanna stay in love with my soul.
And before we get to that whisper that we just hear now, I know I cut then, all this like here, it's in very different time than what the first 3 passages. I love the way that even My Immortal was written. In this one, I feel like there's a pattern emerging with the structure of the melodic lines. They really overlap into the next phrase. It's really written. I love it. It's so legato but spoken like as it keeps continuing and conversational like. But yeah, we don't have this sunken back feel. It's kind of brought forward a little bit, and then we get this lovely spoken whisper.
I wanna stay in love with my soul. wanna let it go. Come to bed, don't make me sleep alone.
Oh, okay, cool. I love how this is a lot more, where we spend a lot more time on those words than we did with the verses. The come to sleep. It's a little bit more open and spacious there. Still the same sort of back and fro with the nasalized kind of quality in there. Yeah, just before that, we grab hold of that chest voice, that thicker fold connection a lot more than we did before, which was a little bit more breathy, a little bit more softer quality in there. And I love that we've got the band in there as well, really bringing up the filling out that space a lot more now than the beginning.
Wanna let it go.
That's really connected.
Come to bed, don't make me sleep alone. Couldn't hide the emptiness, you let it show.
Oh, we got some lovely thick fold like belts there, which was, when we are belting, we do want to make sure that we've got good vocal fold closure, because that's how we're going to get the most full usage from that and get that lovely clean belt, which we do have here as well. She's really just allowing that mouth to open as well on the word had as well, really leaning into that. And actually that sunken feel that we had before, we're really leaning that forward to get the best energy out of that word as well, and really send that energy forward rather than it be sunken back, which is maybe where she naturally wants to go. And that crescendo in there is nice. Hide. Oh, that's another thing. Hide would naturally have a diphthong, right? Hide. Couldn't hide. If we just go had, we're going to be on the open part of that word, meaning that it's going to be a lot more easier for us to maintain that same quality throughout the word, rather than hi. We're going to have to, the tongue wants to lift, obviously, to go on to the next, like go through the diphthong and go on to that E part of hide, meaning that by lifting that tongue, the space changes inside, meaning we're going to have to change the level of our thickness within our vocal folds, or just the added lift of the soft palate to maintain that same tone that we had at the beginning of ha. So if we just keep it on had, we're not changing anything. We're just literally, and we can still understand what she's saying.
Couldn't hide the emptiness, you let
It's just
it show.
at the very end we get each. Even though I wanted to pause them, but then lyrically we kind of went straight into it. I want to get the lyrics up again because her lyrics are beautiful. Evanescence. But yeah, it went straight through. There was a nice part in the second part of this. For us to be punchy and get a little bit fuller, focusing on the diction and the enunciation of words is going to help us with that attack. And I think it's on just. Where is that? Just didn't drink enough to say you love me. Okay, that's saying a lot about the song's message. But yeah, just didn't. It's just very, very punchy, and we hear every single part of that word going with that emotion, going with that storytelling, but it just helps us with that fuller sound, a bit more of a punchier attack.
Just didn't drink enough to say
Yeah!
I can't hold on to me. Wonder what's wrong with me.
Oh, I love that change on the chord progression.
I can't hold on to me. Wonder what's wrong with me. Don't wanna lock me up inside. Don't wanna forget how it feels.
So we had lithium. So a little bit of a change from the beginning. I don't think we had that at the beginning. We're much more fuller sounding here with Amylee's voice. just meaning that, we're a bit more of a thicker fold connection here, plus a little bit more resistance within the vocal folds to get a clearer sound. We also have harmonies here as well, so everything's just intensified from the beginning. The music, there's more layers there. The vocal stacking, there's more layers there. So just everything a little bit more fuller. Those strings as well. Gosh, I'm going to mention it again. Just the different sections of the songs, the structure of the song, lyrically, melodically written. It's so cool. You can see me literally going to pause and then we go on to the next part. So I'm like, wait, no, hold on. Where are we now? I think this is a middle 8 section. Don't want to is it? Yeah. I mean, we have a lovely high belted scream, which up there, it feels like there is so much space inside, not like a dark setting, but it does feel like the soft palette is lifted. We're getting the best open space feel that we can. Then when we go into the second passage, we can feel that timbre slightly shift, and I think there is a lowered soft palette there. So we're swapping between a nasalized sound, and there, I think I've said this before on my channel, there's like a stigma around a nasalized sound. Everyone loves different sound. All I'm here to do is explain what this singer is doing in order to create the sound that they are doing, right? So there's nothing. I just feel like I have to say that every time I mention nasalized, because I too was one of these people that was like, oh my god, nasalized singing. So I'm relearning myself. But no, there are so many pros with that because it keeps this consistent flow as we're going from different areas in our voice. If we keep one thing consistently going, we have got something helping us and continuing that same sound and timbre as we're a little bit lower in our register, a little bit higher in our register. And it just gives different colours, and it does have a bright ping to it that we can bring to our sound. And actually, just that, before we get onto this other part, just that, that's right up on a C5. So we are straight through through her first passage. She is maintaining a lovely thick sound, so she is stretching her vocal folds up there. But she is playing around a little bit with a chest dominant mix there, right? Because of where she is within her vocals. What's really nice, though, and really impressive is this glottal attack to this. So, that's the glottal onset where the breath comes to the vocal folds and then we release it, and that connection's made within the vocal folds first. As we are getting higher in our range, it becomes a little bit more challenging for us to get a glottal onset because we're in an area that our voice isn't used to. So we have to be careful that we're not going and like causing lots of tension before we go onto that glottal onset. So that's always something just to keep in mind. If you're singing along, you're like, gosh, where is it? Practice around with maybe adding in a word there, wah, or a y, yeah, because it just allows us to have a bit more of a smoother onset, and then we can play around and strengthen up our glottal onsets. But yeah, we'll let it play through now, that lovely open sound, and then listen for that change in the second line. Don't wanna leave. I think is the word leave. Don't want to let it lay. Sorry, it's not let it lay. Okay, so we are on a vowel. If it was leave, it would have been a vowel modification. But notice how that kind of shifts a little bit back again, a little bit of a different timbre. Oh, lovely drop though. And that was such a lovely straight tone there. Oh, I really love how she's controlled the dynamics there. We've gone from this lovely big sound and then we're really softening up and we can hear that progression. Like it's not like a sudden change down. We can really feel that progression. Even on Fly, I think it was, as she equally goes through that diphthong. It's not like fly, it's like fly, and we're seeing that transition of the fly word really softening up. Really cool. Yeah, just to go back to that straight tone note one more time. If we are wanting a thicker connection, obviously we talk within our thicker folds, not without thin folds, otherwise that's what it will sound like, which is really weird. That's also adding tons of breath in our vocal folds just then. But we talk in our chest voice, and if we are belting it out, if we're going to maintain and stay on a straight tone, it's going to feel a heck of a lot bigger. As soon as we include vibrato in that, it's just going to soften up that sound, make it sound maybe a little bit more classical or musical theatre-esque. This is also not to say that there is no vibrato used in this sort of genre of music at all, but I'm saying in that particular sense, going on straight tone links a lot more to a bigger, thicker sound. That had a bit of vibrato there, actually. I mean, listen to how beautiful and clear those belts are. Girl, let me go! Like, just really, really great vocal fold closure there. Lovely and clean and clear. And also, look at this vowel modification. Lovely open ah. You can really just... it's such a big space there. Let me go! Like, it's an ah place vowel in there. When we say go, I know my accent's very posh sometimes. Go. I'm like, proper like, oh. Ga! We're just saying ga. And that's, again... like we said before, it's helping us maintain this thicker, fuller, louder sound. There's so much pain at the end of those. Yeah, I mean, I love how she writes lyrically. The scene's great. I love the dress and the look. It's all good. Here we're again using that nasalized quality to help us through this, and we are still going through a wonderful belts. We are still going through the mix, really lovely and connected. She is using the emotion and the storytelling of this as well to help with that punch, like I said earlier, and it's continuing here. Check out that vowel modification on be alone, be. We are wanting a thicker sound. It's not to be alone, be. That would go shoot right up into our head voice. And another thing that happens on that line is the anything. She throws lots of breath. It is a very audible aspirate onset there. It's written so well, I can't stop. I love, there's a really smooth onset. We just had an asp onset, and actually in that second line, and if, I think it's on, and in the end, I think it is actually. So anything is better than to be alone, and in, very glottal onset there. Then always find my place among the ashes. That line is very, very smooth. So this is how we're going to keep it interesting for ourselves and the listener, by changing up how we're approaching the lines within the song. It gives it more depth. It's not just like la 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 la. It keeps it way more interesting for the singer and performer as well, because we are creating that story and beautifully painting that picture for the listener as well, which is just, it's so, I just love that she keeps kind of changing it, and it's just really nice when you pick it up as well. So soft here. It's quite dark there actually. Let's just listen to that growl one more time. We haven't actually had much growl in this, where, you know, it's a much heavier song than My Immortal, which a lot of you did say that there is a version without the band coming in at the end. But yeah, so this sort of feel, it kind of calls for a little bit of grit or distortion, but this is the first time we're having it here, which is nice. I love those harmonies. Ah! Oh my god, I feel cold. Where do we get up to the... Right, we get to an E flat up there. Lithium! Lithium. Again, we've got another E vowel, opening that up to a E. Lithium! Here we're playing very much with a chest dominant connection. This nasalized quality is helping us there as well. But there is... It's chest dominant mix. We are way too high to be bringing up our full thick folds. It's still a thick sound because we have to have a chest connection in there for it to be a mix, especially a belt. But yeah, it's such a tricky part because it's right through the first passage, this whole kind of chorus section, and it just sounds really wonderful. I love that every time we get to this part, this chorus part, it's slightly different than the last. And she drops right down here. Oh, she's full on disappeared as she hit this beautiful head voice sound. Swapped. It's so clear. I love that she's able to give us really breathier tones, and then we go on to this lovely, clear, connected head voice. Beautiful. That glottal break in between, that's nice. Oh. Nice. Ending with a really breathy quality. Whisper-led. Oh, that was such a beautiful journey. And I love how it didn't just like build, but we had elements of down within that building up of that song. Ooh, I liked that. I'm really enjoying jumping into Amylee's vocals with Evanescence. I just feel like she's got such a unique sound. And like I said, my knowledge of Evanescence, I sang Hello back when I was at school for one project, and that's the only thing. Oh, and there's another song that I know. Bring Me to Life, I think, is the other one that I know. But yes, please do let me know where you want me to go to next with Evanescence. I want to keep growing and listening to more. I just feel, yeah, like I said, she's got a very unique voice, and I love jumping into. And I was unsure of where she was going to go vocally with this, and I felt like it was very different to My Immortal, which is wonderful. Well, thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Remember, our covers album Leah's Best of 2023 can be found on Bandcamp, so do go over and check it out, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.